they just won't come to a conclusion and come to peace to figure out who's going to lead the country from now. So Libya's just been everywhere. People that's been trying to, my husband, for example, I'll use him. He was
Hold
a
on,
slave.
Reina, please. I mean, Bonnie, it's just hold on. I don't know. It's like I made a mistake here. It's like you and I have been the only one on this live. Like I didn't click on the. Have I been live? Please, can somebody comment? I want to see comments. Are we just coming live now? Please, I want to see the comments. Are you guys just oh my God. Guys, please, I need response on YouTube. On YouTube, are we just coming live? Like, have we been live since, or we're just coming live? Because it seems like I turn on the live and I just see something that showed me and it says go live. I click on it again and it just appeared the way it appeared right now. So
Is
it
the live
means,
just starting for you? Are you guys hearing
oh my
the
God,
beginning of the
yes,
live?
Cheryl. Cheryl just said that we are, that
Let us know if
I'm
you're
just
just
coming
now
live
hearing
now.
the beginning of this live.
Oh, no wonder I've not been seeing comments like, and oh my goodness. Okay, now nothing spoiled now. There's nothing we're okay, we're doing well. Let me just quickly do the introduction again, and that's what I have to do. Hi Cheryl, it's so good to see you. Viviana Biedu, thank you. So I've done this, I've seen your comments since it means that those comments came in before the live, before we started the live, because I scheduled the post. So I'm so sorry, my bad. Please forgive me, Bonnie. I'm very, very sorry about that. All right. And hi, happy weekend,
Jacqueline,
Vivian
how are
Abiedu.
you, honey bunny? Pam,
Yes,
Patricia, Mary,
Pamosi, hello,
Vanessa, how are you?
Pamosi.
Candy,
Yeah, sexy
Bonnie's
fox.
in
It's
the
so good to see
building.
you. Patricia, it's so good to see you. Vanessa, Jacqueline Conyers, Jackie 2024, it's so good to see you. So we have Bonnie Dean in the house, and Bonnie Dean is the latest mom. I mean, the newest mom in town. She just put to birth, and she gave birth to a bouncing baby boy. I want to see that. Congratulations rolling in the comment section. And that was how I got to know that we've not been live, because I know I would have seen congratulations in the comment section. The whole thing was just, oh my goodness. But anyway, we're still doing well. Like I said earlier, tonight we're talking about Burkina Faso, with the
Thank you,
president,
Sexy Fox. Hey, Nicola. Thank you, Jacqueline. How are you?
yeah, with President
Thank
Traore,
you,
the
Candy.
transformation
Thank
that
you,
the young
Patricia.
president is trying to do in Africa and all that stuff, and the big giants trying to come in between, accusing the young man of stealing his own gold and all the whole thing that is going on. You all must have seen this. This is just everywhere. Is becoming really like a worldwide issue. Everyone is aware of it. So that is what we are discussing. But that's what we're talking about today. We're doing things differently today. We're talking about a different topic. We're talking about things that will be of beneficiary to mankind,
Big
to the
ups to
masses, to the people.
Africa.
The latest mom in town, Bonnie Dean in the house. It's so good to have you here, Bonnie Dean. So look at this character. So that is what we are talking about today. And like I said earlier, please, if you want to join the live, you can join on Facebook.
Thank you.
We can also have one guest on YouTube. You can join. One person can actually join us on YouTube, but on Facebook, randomly you can just. Nobody is saying hi. You guys on Facebook, just say hello now. Come on. You guys are just watching and just looking at me. You're not
Hey,
saying nothing.
especially for any African Americans, what your mama told you, when you come in somebody's house, you say hi. You greet people.
Oh, exactly. So
All the African
that is what
Americans
we
in
are
this
talking
motherfucker,
about.
you know better than that. Say hi. You know you're supposed to say hi when you come in somebody's house.
So much. Look at the congratulations is rolling now. Thank you, Candy. Thank you, Mary
Thank
Jackson. Thank you so much.
you.
How nice of her. Give me
Thank you guys.
Thank
I'm
you
out
so
here in my
much.
little place
Yeah.
of peace in my backyard.
Oh no, no, Bunny, that place is just so beautiful. For you to have this at the back of your house, oh my God, that's a garden. It's beautiful. It is beautiful. So, Bunny, you were talking before I cut you short. You were giving us history. You were telling us about the United States and in association with what is
Thank
going
you,
on
hot
with
sauce.
President Traore. So please, can you please continue?
So yeah, so we were talking about some of the history in the United States. Also, this country doesn't have the best history. The reason I've never spoke about it is because it's just we've never had that conversation,
Mm-hmm.
you know? So, or no one has ever brought up like, oh yeah, let's have a conversation about the United States. But now the Western world is crying, you know, crying because the man took back his land, his resources. The United States and France don't have any access to it. And now it hurts because that's the United States objective, to control shit. Just to control shit, to take people's shit and control shit. Let me give you an example. All of y'all that live in the United States, you remember back in the 90s when the troops were out there in Afghanistan for 22 years? How many of y'all know why the United States was out there for 22 years?
Tell us.
No, first things first. Any Americans in here, anyone who's been here in the 90s, even if you came for another country, how do you know why the United States have been here, was in Afghanistan for 22 years?
Mm. Why?
Okay. Because the United States, okay, let me start from here. The United States, hold on. Some of those that don't know think that Afghanistan is like a tropical terrain, kind of safari oasis and ocean and just warm climate and shit. It's not. It's not. Not. Go to Afghanistan. It's cold and it's mountainous and there's no palm trees, no coconut trees or none of that. It's a cold, mountainous, snow-capped topped area. Niggas
Mm-hmm.
there be full of clothes. Anybody who know what a box, like 3 of them motherfuckers on.
Mm-hmm.
There's a asking me for breast milk. And Lord have mercy. I'm sorry, baby.
Oh.
He put these
Mm.
pants on her. But the United States, I mean, to Afghanistan to control the opium fields.
Mm-hmm.
I know about um Percocets, fentanyl and shit, heroinism. The
Mm-hmm.
opium is what produces opium, which is in fentanyl. The shit that,
Mm-hmm.
can you guys hear me? They said
Yeah,
Breaking.
we can hear you.
Okay.
Breaking.
They said it in the comments. Somebody said I'm breaking. Can you guys hear me okay?
Mm.
And they controlled those over there in Afghanistan for 22 years for pharmaceutical purposes. If you look it up, travel, pharmaceutical
Mhm.
are the three commerces in this country. Incarcerating people in department vacationing. Because when people cross the seas, where do they go? New York City to go see Times Square, Washington, D.C., White House, and Lincoln Memorial, the Smithsonian's. They go to Florida to go see Mickey Mouse
Mm.
at Disney World. They go to Miami to go to the beaches. They go to California to go out there to Hollywood and the
Mhm.
three biggest in the world. The motherfuckers stayed there for 22 years. If you don't believe
Mm.
it, go right now and go Google it. 20 states was
Mhm.
there.
Mm.
They've done it to
Okay,
plenty of
let me
countries.
quickly ask this question. Let me quickly ask this question. Are they out of there now? Like at the
Yeah,
Afghanistan, like
they've
are
been
they
they've
free from that now?
yeah, they've been out of there.
Okay, so how were they able to achieve this? Like, how were they able to push them out successfully for them to be on their own, to be independent, out of the modern day slavery that
To
Africa is
be
going through
if
right
if
now?
you
How
I
were
ain't
they
even
able
gonna
to achieve
I,
that?
I'm not even gonna lie to you. I really remember that part of the story. All I remember is the
Mm.
part about them in fucking Afghanistan. I don't remember. I knew that at some point in time they withdrew. They withdrew all the troops and sent everybody home. But you had troops on a tour in Afghanistan for so long that they were
Mm.
businesses and shit, and they were out there vets and pickup trucks and sports cars and stuff because they were gonna be out there on like 2 year contracts and they're sending their
Mm.
money back.
Okay. Okay, so let's talk about the one have I mean the issue right now with
Gabby,
Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso.
I'm sorry, I have my little
Do
girl out
you
here.
see Ibrahim? Do you see Traore winning this? Do you see him like being successful with what he's trying to do for Burkina Faso and the Africa at large? What do you think? How do you think this is going to like? What do you think is going to end this? Like, do you see a success? Do you see him succeeding?
Well, first things first, already made his first move, and
Mm-hmm.
it was to initiate belling against the West. So that's a good thing. The only thing, like when you circumstances, literally,
Mm.
do they have enough power to fight these Western countries that are doing what they're doing? You know, so and in like the like you see that Russia is there to help out. They're there to them. But we all
Mm-hmm.
nothing with any country that comes to your aid, it is not for decided to help Ukraine. They also giving them all of this artillery, air power. They're not giving them
All
people.
comes
They're
with
not
a
giving the
price.
troops for a price. Time I can't say thing as the West because Russia has never colonized any.
Mm. Mm. Okay, so you don't think that Ibrahim Traore is going to be successful in this? Like he's not going to. You think that the US is just too big for him to fight? Like you don't see him, succeeding in this fight to unite Africa to take us out of this modern day slavery?
The circumstances is
Mm.
there's a lot of people that are behind Traore. Can never pronounce his name. Traore.
Traore, yes.
um, there's a lot of people that's
Traore.
behind Traore, especially
Mm.
Black American. They're, you know, self. So the thing is, as
Mm.
someone that is a slave owner, I mean, a descendant
Mm.
of a slave was owned by a slave owner, of course you're going to be on the side of the people trying to make sure that they get back and that they can secure their own resources and do things on their own. Wait for him and his
Mhm.
family.
Mm.
You, this war cannot be fought by itself. The that is not in the States that is willing to help them. But you remember that the United States and Russia are friends for one simple reason. Both of them got of nuclear power in the world. They're the two countries
Mm.
that hold
You know,
power in the world. And it's gonna start a world war because Western countries, come here, Gabby. These Western countries are fighting over power. And one of the powers and the United neck. They want
mm-hmm.
to control and conquer and make sure that they make all of everything that they extort from Africa. But at the them coming to Africa's aid comes with a price. So that is the thing that I am worried about. But if all of Africa decides to put tribalism to the side, put greed to the side, get rid and overturn these nasty ass leaders, the same overturned the leader of Niger, which
Mm.
is right on top of Nigeria. They
Mm-hmm.
made sure that they got rid of him because they got tired of France extorting them and they got leaders being their puppets. And all
A lot of people are of the opinion that this fight might be somehow difficult for the Burkina Faso's presidents to fight and the entire Burkina Faso, or maybe probably the entire Africa, because of the power that the United States wield, being the world power, and all that. But I am of the opinion that whatever have beginning, have an end. Once upon a time, there was where like Africa was enslaved, like in totality. Our forefathers were been in slavery, and at some point it was abolished, despite the fact that it wasn't completely abolished, because like I said earlier, what we are seeing today is modern day slavery. Yeah. So if it happened that at some point the black fought and slavery was abolished, it means that no matter how powerful the United States is, this can still be abolished. Now, let's take for instance during Muammar Gaddafi. A lot of people use that as an example of what they did to the young man. Now, when you look at back then, there was no much, people were not enlightened. There was no information as it is right now. Then I know there was kind of social media, but it's not as it is today. So people were not informed. And like what I used to tell people is that, no matter how powerful the United States is, they still will not, they still will not want to do anything that is not justifiable, right? That is not justified. Let me put it that way. That is not justified.
Right.
So most times when you see them do the things that they do, they find some certain things to rope around a certain president or a certain leader for them to be able to carry out what they want to carry out. Yeah, we know manipulations here and there that they do to be able to carry out their operations or to be able to bring down whoever they want to bring out, but they don't do it without justification. They look for some sort of, kind of allegation to put on the person to be able to bring him down. And then when you look at the majority of the people, even in Africa, for instance, in Libya, they were all agitating for Gaddafi to be off, to be removed. So they had the support of the people and they've got the power. So it was easy for them to carry out what they wanted to carry out. But in this case, in my opinion, I think they have a different case scenario here, because the people are beginning to be enlightened, the people are beginning to be informed. People now have a better understanding. People now understood. It was after Muammar Gaddafi was taken down that people began to have the understanding of what this was, of what Muammar Gaddafi was fighting for. This is, it's like them people learning the hard way. So eyes began to open. Then imagine now that there is social media, that news fly before you know it, a lot of people. And right now, the people of Burkina Faso are standing in solidarity behind their president, alongside some other African countries and some American, the black, what do you call them? What do you the Native Americans, or what do you call them?
African American.
African American, thank you. So a lot of people are beginning to rise up now. Eyes are beginning to open. People are beginning to get informed. People are beginning to have understanding about this. So I see this I see it as something that is going to be kind of difficult for the US to do this time. What do you think?
It's definitely going to be difficult for them to do this time, because the difference between back then when Gaddafi, this is one instance. The difference back then when Gaddafi died was that social media was not strong. Social media influence today is very strong. Secondly, it's about time that Africa woke up. It's about time that Africa start making changes for themselves, just for, fundamental, like, everyday life purposes. So for the United States and other Western countries to get backed out of a lot of these countries that were colonized, and they should have left them alone a long time ago, of course they deserve what they're getting right now. That's why I was talking about this. I was having a conversation with a friend of mine's on the phone, white guy who's a MAGA supporter, a Trump supporter, but he's my friend from high school. We're both in our 30s. And so initially, of course, our conversation is about politics, but then he started complaining about, come here, come here. He started complaining about certain things that were going on within the country, like the tariffs, and not being enough crackdown on immigrants and X, Y, and Z. And I just started laughing. Just all kinds of shit going on. Things not being passed in Congress and all kinds of shit. Excuse me, get out the dirt. Get out the dirt. Hey, hey, hey. Get your daughter.
Okay, let me quickly say hi to some people before you continue
Get your daughter.
sharing. Let me say hi to some people. Sound goes in and out. Oh my goodness. I hope the sound is good now. Um, okay.
And I started laughing at the situation, and he was like, "What are
Mm-hmm.
you laughing for?" And he's like, "Yo, there's the farmers aren't even on the fields anymore, this and that, other people stopped working and X, Y, and Z." And I kept laughing, and then he's like, "How are you, like, what's so funny?" I was like, "It's just funny." And he's like, "How can you laugh at a situation that's gonna affect you? If there's no farmers in the fields, how are you gonna go and get food from the grocery store?" Well, guess what? I was just in a different part of the country less than a month ago, and I felt it. There were times that there were certain things that were supposed to be in the section in the grocery store, and it wasn't there for days. I've already felt it. But at the end of the day, whose problem is that? It's still funny to me because this is what you guys wanted. This is what you motherfuckers voted for. That blood ain't on my hands.
Mm-hmm.
You motherfuckers voted for that
Mm-hmm.
shit. So while everything is going left on y'all, and things aren't going right, it's funny to me. So in these circumstances now that the West is losing their power in different parts of like that, I laugh. And then while white people or whomever voted for Trump is sitting up there like, what is you laughing for? And how is this funny when this is gonna affect you? You know why? Because that bloodshed is not on my hands. I can't control shit that's going on in my country. You know what I do and why in certain circumstances I could talk to people the way that I do, because things work out in my country in a certain way that benefits me. If there's going to be gas to sell, I'm going to buy it. If there's clothes to sell, I'm going to buy it. If it's food to sell, I'm going to buy it. If there's other things, I'm going to buy it. If it's not available, then I have to find like alternatives and shit. But guess what? I'm not going to be upset. Life goes on. It's just like when prices go up in gas. Are you just not going to get gas anymore? Or are you just going to complain in your
Mm-hmm.
car and still go put the gas in that motherfucker? You still got to get gas. You still got to get food. No matter how much the price goes up in food, gas, and anything else, you still got to make it work. You still going to do you.
Yeah.
So my response is that I laugh. I laugh because this bloodshed is not on my hands. This is on y'all hands. Y'all mad right now because it's happening to y'all. These are the consequences and the results of your decisions when you voted for this motherfucker.
Mm. Yeah.
Some of these same people that voted for Trump are out of jobs, out of um benefits, like government benefits and shit like that, because he cut certain things off. So now some of these same people that supported him, they're not getting the shit that, he said he was gonna cut off. Oh, you thought you were exempt? Oh no, baby. Real life. Now you're mad. Yeah, be mad because guess what? He just came in office in January, and he gonna be
Mm.
here for another 3 years and some change. So baby, get comfortable, get you a seat, get you some
Exactly.
popcorn, or get you some tissue. If that's the case,
Mm-hmm.
we gotta sit here and deal with that. How the fuck you expect us black people to sit here and cry with y'all when we've been going through the same shit that y'all just now starting to complain
But
about?
but 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 the thing is, are they really crying right now? Like, do they regret their actions?
Hell yeah,
I
they
mean, for
do.
voting for
Some
Trump,
of them do, and
are
then
they
some of them
happy,
don't.
or do they feel some sort of sadness or something for the action that they took for voting him in?
No, no. Some of them are upset because of how it's affecting them. And the thing is, like there was a lady one day when I was at a restaurant and we started talking, and then, you know, I realized that she was a Kamala supporter, but the thing is, Trump came into office and he started letting go of people, and her granddaughter is a government worker and she lost her job and she was just all pissed about it. But guess what, lady? You are
Mm.
now watching your granddaughter experience the shit that we went through for years, decades upon centuries, not treated fairly, not meeting equality, standards and shit like that. Like, bro, so we already done felt that. What you guys experiencing right now does not affect us because we've been going through it for years. I was born in 1989. I've been watching this shit happen since I was a shorty. So how is this affecting me?
Mm.
No, it's just now affecting you Trump supporters. And these same people that wanted all this change and all these immigrants and shit out the country, which at the end of the day, some of us are supposed to not be here. I'm gonna still stick to that and I'll say that shit wholeheartedly. But there are some people that's here that came on asylum because they really needed to get away from where they got away, where they did get away from, and they come here and they get
Mm.
themselves a job and they work. There's a lady that I follow. Her name is Rose. She came from Jamaica. Another, it's not the Rose that live in China. It's another Rose named Rose Montgomery or some shit. She's a single mom and she lived in a shelter for a long time and then she ended up getting her
Mm.
place, but she did all of that off of her own back. Like she did all of that off of going to work every day and then making some social media money, and she got herself a place and everything, and right now she's happy and content. You got motherfuckers that's here that they're drug dealers and traffickers and shit like that. Go after them, but y'all going after motherfuckers that's not supposed to be, they're the ones that's doing the jobs that Americans don't want to do. And the
Mm-hmm.
majority of them don't come here and get in trouble or end up in jail or anything.
Let me ask this question, because some people are of the opinion that what Trump is doing is something that will benefit the country, maybe not immediately, because a lot of people are of the opinion that sometimes when you want to get things fixed, it looks as if you're destroying at first, or it looks as if you're doing bad at first because it's going to be bad at the beginning. So do you see some of the decisions, some of the things, some of his agendas? Do you see them like being do you think it's going to be of a beneficiary to the United States in future? What do you think?
Who, Trump?
Yes.
Of course not. Like Trump, well, first of all, when Trump was president the first time, nobody was really complaining. Yeah, he come and do his speeches and he said stupid shit, but really no one was really complaining. Like he wasn't really doing dumb shit. Like the worst thing that he did was when he built the wall between Mexico and the United States. But he really wasn't doing all that bad. The country was kind of happy when he was in office. I can say just for myself, everybody was pretty happy. Like things were just normal. But now that he came back in office for a second term after another president, this bitch, I don't know why the government hasn't called for him to get a psychological evaluation because he done gone mad. This nigga is making irate decisions and just making like just illogical decisions back to back to back to back, and the government just go ahead and approve that shit. Congress just let him do what the fuck he want to do because because they're fucking Republicans. They feel like anything that him or Elon Musk, the nigga who created a car that looks like a tool,
Okay.
even if I was rich as fuck, I would never drive that piece of shit. Him and all his
Mm.
13, 14 baby mamas, they're all fucking confused. That's why that bitch is confused. Like he literally put somebody in office with him that built a ugly ass car. Like
Mm.
you gotta look at it for what it is. Like
Yeah. Oh, look
he
at my
wants to
people
be a
here.
dictator. If anyone ever played Monopoly and you understand how
Mm.
Monopoly's played, you know how you get your ones, your fives, your 20s, you get your little bank of money, and then you go around the board, you collect 200 when you pass go, You buy houses, you may go to jail, you may be on free parking and get some
Hi,
money or whatever.
Charmaine. Hi, Charmaine. Hold on, Bonnie, please hold on. Hi, Charmaine. It's so good to see you. Jacqueline Conyers, how are you doing? You are supposed to be a part of this conversation, Jackie. Where are you? Why are you not calling in? And
Yeah, call
okay,
in, Jacqueline. Call in.
yeah, Jackie is supposed to be part of this conversation. This was
Jackie. Call in,
the two
baby.
goddess. Yeah, sexy for say you are right because I'm going to grocery shopping every day. My daughter. Okay, while I'm buying it. You're still in the USA because it's gonna get bad. Okay. Nicole said these people don't understand how tariffs works. It's the people who are paying the extra taxes. Yeah. Okay, just trying to read some comments. Brenda, hi, Brenda Rogerson. It's so good to see you. Brenda is saying hello to Bunny.
Hey, Brenda. How are
Um,
you, lovey?
yes. Okay, so moving on. Moving on now, let me ask a question here. What do you think about this thing they are trying to put on the on Ibrahim Traore saying he's stealing gold from his country and all those stuff? What do you think about that?
All of the accusations they're putting on him,
Yes.
they're doing that shit because they're pissed off. They just feel like they have a certain kind of superpower where they can say, like, oh, yeah, we don't like what this motherfucker's doing. So we're just going to say that he's corrupted. The same way they do a lot of different leaders and a lot of people. The same way they
Mm-hmm.
use Osama bin Laden to carry out some of their little missions. And then after they didn't want to pay him, or they didn't want to cut the end of the deal that it was that they were supposed to cut, or they couldn't cut the deal, and they just killed him. And that's what they do to everybody. Anybody who, like, because even Osama bin Laden, a lot of people around the world think that Osama bin Laden was just like a fucking criminal ass motherfucker. First of all, Osama bin Laden he was from a wealthy ass family in Saudi Arabia. He
Mm,
was from a wealthy family in Saudi Arabia. He's not from Afghanistan. He was in Afghanistan because those are the mountains that him and his niggas used to hide out in.
mm,
Remember, Osama bin Laden was a real gangster out here. That nigga was really a freedom fighter for his country, but he started doing deals with the United States and they motherfucking blew him up like completely to him, asked them to do him a favor for the United States. He carried it out. He wasn't the nigga who flew the planes into the shit, but they were the ones that framed it on Osama bin Laden, whatever. When they asked him to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? They asked
mm.
for that shit.
Yeah. So in this case, if you ask me, when it comes to one-on-one going on a war with the United States, definitely, um, I don't think there's any part of Africa that can actually withstand that. Not even the Africa in totality. But I believe that sometimes you don't really need to go to war to establish for truth to be established. There are some wars that actually fight themselves, even without you fighting. Sometimes the truth has a way of prevailing in some certain situation. And for me, if you ask me, I see that happening in this case of Traore. In all honesty, I see that happening. When things begin to happen and you see people begin to rise and coming together like some people always say that the voice of the people is the voice of God. When people put heads together to fight a battle, then you see a very small community winning a battle against one big giant. And like you said, like you rightfully said at the beginning, Africa will just have to come together. But I see some kind of hindrances here from other parts of Africa, most especially Africans that are indebted to the United States. Now, what
Come on,
Ibrahim
Gabby, you
Traore
going with
did
daddy.
first, according to what we heard, was that he first of all tried to clear his debts. I mean, he cleared off the debts before pushing all of these, should I call them dictators out of the country or some of these milkers out of the country. He first of all cleared the debts. So in a situation, hold on. So in a situation when some part of Africa, some countries in Africa are owing, how do you expect them? Do you think they can still join hands together with Burkina Faso against the US? What do you think about that?
Um, Other countries can join together, and I mean, I don't know what kind of military power that some of these nations hold. I don't know. You need a shirt? I don't know what kind of military power some of these countries hold. But the thing is, I was listening to a press conference with Captain or whomever it is, Langley, Michael Langley, or whatever his name is. And he's a black man. And he's like one
Yeah.
of the generals. He's like one of the generals and one of the people that's up top when it comes to guiding the military. And he was talking about doing a missile strike in a press conference. And the thing is, like, how could a country like Burkina Faso handle a missile strike? I mean, do they have military equipment? I know Russia would come right away to help them, but right away, do they have military power to fight off the United States? That's a question because it's like they're planning, this country right now is planning on invading. They're planning on invading. And some pact between Russia and the United States where they're not supposed to use military power against each other unless there's some kind of situation. Like if it was I mean, it's about to be a world war, but I don't know if they're allowed to pull out like nuclear equipment because then you have NATO, and NATO consists of 30 countries. And so that it wouldn't just be the United States, it would be the United States and all of the United States allies against Russia, which is defending these countries. And so that is a big conversation that Putin has to have with his general of military because who is his actual allies? North Korea?
I get that.
North Korea and the
And
United States don't even speak.
now, this is one of the things that
But
I
why would
think
he want
might make it a little bit difficult, because of corruption in
I
Africa.
have no idea, girl. I have no idea. But this was a press conference that I just listened to. That's why I'm saying it's like for fucking what? Like this country, there's just you don't have no crime against them. Absolutely no crime. There's no crime that you could say against him, the president, the people, or nothing. It's just that you got kicked out of there now. that you want to start bringing on all these different assumptions and try to make the world turn against them. Nah, we ain't falling for that shit. We're not.
Mm-hmm.
We're not falling for that shit. And especially black people like myself, despite the fact that I'm a biracial woman and I'll continue to say that, like people be like, oh, yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm still a black woman that defends black people before anything else. Because the woman that don't even and never took care of me as a baby was a black woman. The person that brought me into this world was a black woman. So, bro, no, it's an absolute like no, like no, you cannot come to Africa anymore, to any other countries, and each one of the leaders of each country need to start picking up Traore. I think
That's
I'm
why I
saying his
said,
name. They need
Bonnie,
to
that's
start
why I
picking up
said
his
it's going to be a little bit difficult for some when you see what is happening right now. This guy is actually trying to do so much for Africa. He's actually trying to liberate Africa. What other big African leaders have not been able to do. The elderly ones, this young man is actually trying to do that, right? So, like I
right.
said, that one of the obstacles that I see, in my own opinion, is that due to corruption in Africa, it might be kind of difficult. Some African countries might just not align with this young man due to corruption. When you look at, like when you look at some part of Africa, some like I mean, so many parts of Africa are indebted. And so, how easy will it be for you to fight somebody that you are owing?
Well, even
How
if
can
you
you
owe
fight
them,
someone that knows so much about you that can easily just rub you something around your leg and just pull you down? Do
because
you
even
think
if
that
you
if Ibrahim Traore had some skeleton in his cupboard that the US are aware of, do you think this will be so easy for him to do? I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say.
yeah, I do.
Yeah, if this young man has some cockroaches in his cupboard that the US knows of, that the US can rope around his neck, he wouldn't have even dared to do this in the first place. So this is the same situation that is happening with a lot of leaders in Africa that might be like a hindrance for them to want to align with this young man.
Mhm.
You get what I'm trying to say?
Right.
Jacqueline says she's been trying to join us. I've been trying for the longest. I can't get through, not even on Facebook. Facebook has gone off. I don't know what happened to the network on Facebook. It just stopped. It's Facebook is crazy. Honestly, I'm just managing. It's annoying. Let's see if let's see if we can go live again on Facebook. Okay, Mama Jaiki, let's see if I could just make this look like a Q&A. Maybe then she'll be able to come in. If you're there, Mama Jackie, try again on Facebook. Let's see if you can join us on this live. So, Bonnie, what do you think about that with the corruption in Africa? How easy do you think it will be for these leaders to be able to join this man in his quest to liberate Africa when majority of them are corrupt and owing in debt?
Well,
Because this fight is not what one person can actually fight, just like you said earlier. It's not a fight for one person. The whole Africa will have to join him. They will have to put heads together, and which includes the leaders in Africa. Now, what can you do when you are owing heavily and you are corrupt? And you know that they can easily just open your nyash and say, oh, and start haunting you. That's what they call the hunter become the haunted. You know? So
Hmm.
how do you fight such battle? Excuse me.
I, you know, that's a hard question to answer because we don't know what like the rest of Africa really wants to do. They want to see how the outcome of Burkina Faso is first, and then they'll probably make their movement. That's what I think is going to happen.
Huh? Let me check some comments. Let me read comments. Rando D said, what are you guys discussing? We're talking about, okay, let me quickly say this for the sake of those that were not here and for the sake of me just starting over again on Facebook. We are talking about Burkina Faso and President Ibrahim Traore, the things he's trying to do, trying to liberate Africa, trying to put Africa together better for, to remove Africa from this modern day slavery, and the US coming after him, accusing him of stealing the gold in his own country. Those are just the things that we are deliberating on. And I put this on Facebook now. It's on um uh Q&A. I believe if I put it on Q&A, then it won't call in. So Jackie, I don't know if you can call in on Facebook now. You were supposed to be on YouTube, and I don't know why it's like that. Did you? I think you should use the link that I sent you. Did you click on the link? Because you can only join through the link. So maybe you should try that. I don't know why it's like that though. You're supposed to be here with us on YouTube. Let me read some of the comments. You, yeah, I see these comments. Jackie say I'm not getting through. Yes, inflation is terrible and it's gonna get worse. Okay. Um. Okay, but why would? Okay. Sexy Fox said you're right about that. Every country and territory should keep their boundaries and leave these people alone. Exactly, Jam most finest. That's what I think also. Leave Africa alone. Let them deal with their issues. There's so many parts of Africa that actually need your attention. Right now, if the US will come to Nigeria to help deal with corruption, we will embrace them. Please come and help us. Come and
Right,
help us, so we need your help.
right.
United States, this is where you should be coming to. We won't chase you away. We welcome you with open arms. If you want to help
But
us with
no, but
corruption,
the
come to
thing is,
Nigeria.
but the
There's
thing is,
plenty of it.
you got to be
You
careful with
know,
the United States. You got to be careful with accepting things from the United States because
yeah, but
everything,
still, but still, they're here. They can as well just help out. Hence, they are still here. We haven't chased them out yet, have we? They are still here, benefiting from us. So they can as well just do well here and help us out here. Rather than going to a place where they are doing well, they are doing better for themselves. They have a good president who is trying to liberate the country. Right now, there's free education in Burkina Faso. That is like so many things that this young man is doing in that country, like we've never seen before in Africa. Is that the place you want to go and start hurting the president for stealing a gold? What is the justification? Where is the proof? You haven't shown any proof. But here, we ourselves will cry out with proofs of what we are going through. You have not come, you have not come, you have not intervened. You haven't said anything with what the people are going through here. You have not mentioned anything. You have never said anything against it. And now you're going for those who don't need you. People who are doing well for themselves. People who have seen the light. People whom God have decided to liberate. People whom God have decided to have mercy on. People who don't need your help. those are the ones you want to go, despite the fact that we know that all these things comes with manipulation, wanting to take. But if they come here with the present situation of this country right now, the people will embrace them and say, oh, please come and save us. Help us, oh, what do you want? But they will not come here. Why? Why do you think that is? Why do you think they're not saying anything about what is going on in in other part of Africa? Why Burkina Faso?
Exactly.
Because he chased them out? Because they want to be on their own? Because they want to stand on their own? They want to manage their resources by themselves? Okay, so what happens if we start refining our oil by ourselves in this country? What happens then? They're going to come after us too? Are we even going to be able to do that? Are we free enough to do that? Have we paid our debts? Our leaders, can they hit their hands on their chest and say they can actually go into stuff like this without, some kind of cockroaches being pulled out of their cupboards and some kind of threats? One little thing that the US will say to them or threaten them with, they will just enter house. Only a leader with a clean plates can actually dare what Ibrahim Traore is daring right now.
Right.
Because he has a clean plate. There is nothing to hold him for. And that is why I'm of the opinion that it's going to be very, very difficult for the US this time. It's not going to be like business as usual. Like they just they want to take you out, they want you gone, and boom. This one, even if they are going to succeed, probably, I don't know, but this is going to be extremely very difficult because, like I said, the United States will not want to be seen in a bad light. They wouldn't want to be seen as bullies.
They never do.
So they will have to find something to rope you in.
They never do. Ever.
You say what?
They never do. They make up a way to manipulate.
Yeah, but in this case, there's nothing actually to manipulate. You have to have something on someone for your manipulations to be able to work. So obviously they have nothing on this young man, which is going to make it difficult. You know what I mean? Okay, and that's what we are discussing, Rando. Okay, Rando said, oh, I have no idea about African leaders. Good luck with all that. Oh, thank you. Yeah, but you can learn, Hello, beautiful. Okay, Cheryl, I've seen that. Okay, Jacqueline said we're here. Okay, evening, beautiful. Daisy Faga. Hi, Daisy Faga. It's so good. It's just a random talk. It's not one serious kind of discussion. It's just for us to rub mind about what is going on in the world, what is happening in Africa, the corruption, and all that stuff. That is just what this is about. Is that real hair? No, it's not. It's a hair extension. Okay.
The United States
all right.
Had an agenda.
Most fun is a liberation time, and I stand tall in solidarity with Africa. Thank you so much. That is what we want to see. That is the change we want to see in Africa. We want to see that, like I said before, that whatever have beginning have an end. Once upon a time, one time in slavery was abolished, and this will also be abolished. But it might not be easy. Someone will have to pay the price. Someone will have to stand tall, in front to agitate. To request. To want to do this, and other will follow suit. And like I said earlier, this is not just going to be business as usual. For the giants, that's what I call them. They are giants. They are not what any part of Africa can act. They are not the kind of, that a place where you can just hit your chest and just face them squarely. Definitely not. And that's why I say sometimes there's a way you can actually win a battle without even going into the battle, officially, with truth. Truth have a way of triumphing when, at a particular time, even though you don't do so much, it will just fight for itself. And that is what we are seeing right now with this case of Ibrahim Traore. We can see the truth prevailing already on its own, making it difficult for the giants, to want to fight. What we need in Africa is unity. We really have to come for us to be able to triumph, for us to be able to stand on our own. We will just have to put heads together. We have to unite. We have to come together. This is not one man's fight. This is not. Yes, Traore is a very bold man and fearless. Yeah, but it's not what he can also do alone. He needs us. He needs me. He needs
All
you.
of
He needs you and
Africa.
I. All those times that sometimes we all use to speculate and talk about things that are not relevant on your own various platforms. You can share. You can talk about this. You can also support this. We all have, like, I have like 33 people right now watching me on YouTube. I did have like 8 or 9 people on Facebook. Now there's one person left. Probably they are not really finding this discussion really interesting, which I understand. We all have our areas of concentration, what we want to hear, what we want to listen to at a particular time. But this is a call, for you and I, blacks, even whites. When you look at all this issue between different race, between different race, not everybody is the same. There are a lot of whites. I've met some white people that actually want the best for the black nation and all that. They know the truth and they want to support it. So it's a call for justice, it's a call for truth, it's a call for freedom. Otherwise, we are just going to be wallowing in this modern day slavery. Is it that we die like this or we fight it out? And at some point, it has to stop, because whatever has beginning have an end. And no matter how small you think you are, sometimes you have to face that giant for you to be free. That is just what I believe in. We have to come together as Africans to be able to fight this off. And I will always say that if this is a step in the right direction, I really applaud this young man's he's just a young man, not up to 40 years, up to 40 now. Like, he's just doing all of this. Is amazing. This is like, it's mind blowing, really, to see someone from Africa. And I think that this is going to be somewhat some kind of shameful kind of thing to maybe a country like Nigeria being the giant of Africa, that everyone sees us to be, oh, giant of Africa, Nigeria, giant of Africa. Now look at one small country, Burkina Faso, with a young president doing doing the undo. So it's a thing that it doesn't really matter where it's coming from. Maybe let me withdraw my previous statement. It doesn't matter where it's coming from. One small person somewhere can just make a difference. One small pekin somewhere, you see the way the youth, I mean the children of today, the way they do things, the way they think, is they're vast, right? So it doesn't really matter where change is coming from. What actually matters is togetherness, coming together to fight for a common goal, coming together to fight the truth, coming together to fight off slavery that seems we're free from, but yet we're still slaves. These people will come to Africa to get their resources, and yet look at the way Africans are being treated in the West right now, most especially in the US. They are being treated like slaves. I saw a video where these people were handcuffs, hands and legs, just because they are migrants. What offense have they committed? Now we say we want to be alone. We also want to we want to stand alone, so that we'll stop running down to you for help. We'll stop running down to you for greener pastures. We want to also make it work in our own country. Hence, you don't even want us there. Now leave us alone. Let us try. Let's do something for ourselves. Let's be liberated. This is what
Literally.
they call like you holding somebody, telling the person not to move, and yet you will not give them, like, you don't allow me to go to work and you will not give me food to eat. You know? So basically, these are just some of the things. Support the movement in your own way. Whatever it is you know you can do. Me with my own little platform, all I can do is share, make videos, make posts and all that to support this. Imagine 10 of us on this platform, 10 out of 39 of you that are watching me also will use your platform to campaign for this. It will go a long way. It's you and I in this fight. It's all of us in this fight. This is a right step in the right direction. This is what we need. This is what Africa needs. This is what Africa have been longing for. Hi, Gabby. Look at Gabby. Hello, Gabby. Oh my God, look at her. She's not concentrating. She's moving on with her life. All right, Bunny, please, you can speak while I check on the comments. You can go ahead and speak.
I mean, at this point right now, with what this
Hmm?
gentleman is going through with um his country and dealing with the Western world,
We
leave
can't
him
hear you. You
alone.
have to speak louder, Bunny.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you now.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, when it comes to this gentleman and what he's trying to do for his country, it's just about that time for the Western world to just leave him and the rest of Africa the fuck alone. Let them do them. Let them manage their own
Exactly.
and then, you know, what the fuck are you calling corruption for?
Can you imagine someone just said, quit talking and start dancing, babe. Can you just imagine? You know that. Oh my God, I quit talking and start dancing. Human being did this life for, like, you begin to wonder what kind of, like, how do people think sometimes? Just someone coming, just he just came in here and just said nonsense, things that it doesn't even align with what we're doing here. He just came in and he's like, quit talking and start dancing. Who does that now? How can imagine? If you want to see dance, there are so many other pages where you go and see dance, you can see a lot of, gyrating. Not here. Quit talking. As if it's with a remote. He's going to use his remote to just control me, and then I'll just stand up and I'll start dancing. Can you just imagine that? I see a lot of funny people. As a blogger, if you're live, if you do live, oh my God, you'll see things. You see people. They will just come and say something that doesn't make sense. Wonder if those are humans sometimes. Oh
Yeah, you're gonna
my
have
God.
weirdos.
Railing bowling. Hi, Railing bowling. It's so good to see you. Sunshine, greetings to all. Like and share. Thank you so much, Sunshine. Okay, not until I see the package. What package are you talking about, Joseph? Railing bowling said, loving the long hair, but you look just as beautiful with your natural. Ah. You want to see that my palambolo? That my hair. You want to? Okay. Come here, legally. I just say you're part of the LGBT and you won't be deported. Come here legally, or just say you're part of the LGBT and you won't be deported. Terax. Is that what you think now? Trump is not playing, not even with the LGBT. If you come claiming that you're part of the LGBT, you think that will save you from Trump? Mm-mm, he just doesn't want to see Africans there right now. That's the fact. So there's no you coming to claim to be part of the LGBT and then you're safe. The Facebook is off again. Like, I don't know what is wrong with Facebook. To be honest, it's discouraging. Very, very discouraging. Okay, so Fanny, do you have anything more to say? This is not going to be a long, long live video, just for us to have a little kind of crack, a little kind of rubbing of mind, and just chat as if we're together. It's just Like, not something.
I don't know
So, do you
about
have anything more to say? It's quite unfortunate that Jackie couldn't join us. I don't know why that is. Like, seriously, I don't know why. I wish she is here to talk or to tell us her opinions about things. So,
no.
Bonnie Dean, do you have anything you want to add?
No, I just hope that President Traore keeps his family safe.
Say again.
I just hope that President Traore keeps his family. That's your mail.
Yeah,
I hope that
yeah.
President
We'll pray
family
for pray for
and
win. We pray for peace, and we pray that the US just leave us alone. Leave Traore alone. The man is doing really, really well. He's doing good. Um, and this is one of the things that the West are afraid of. At some point, when Africa get liberated and united, and you see them stop running down there. When you're doing well in your own place, all you want to do, maybe even if you have to travel, it will be you traveling on a tourism, like you just want to go and play, you want to go on a holiday, you just want to go and explore to see different things. It won't be like you traveling for a greener pasture. At this time, it will be you just traveling to go and play, to go and look, and to go and tourism. That is what it will be for. And the West don't like that. That is not going to be good for the West. So it's one of the things. One of the things. Anyways, whatever it is, um, Africans unite. This is a call for Africans generally, totality. Whatever it is you can do to create awareness for this, to support this movement, please go ahead and do it. And we will be doing this from time to time, talking about what is going on around the world, throwing more light, sharing experiences, and just talking about life generally and what is going on. And we learn from one another. We will be doing this from time to time. Until then, I think I'll have to say bye bye now for me to go and do other things. Let me leave this latest mom, this newest mom in town, the latest mommy in town. Let me leave her. Look at this one. Look at Gabby there. So, right, everybody. It's so good to see each and every one of you. It's so good to have this little moment with you. I think we've been like not up to an hour, if I'm not mistaken. When did we start? Oh, well, over an hour already. It's nice having all of you around. It's nice talking with you. This thing is good for the spirit sometimes, though. It's good for the soul. When you are bored, you just be like, what can I do now? You turn on your live and just chat. There's nothing wrong with that. Whatever it is that comes to your mind, whatever topic, even if you don't have a topic, just turn on your live video and just, one or two persons will come around and then you interact and you're happy. You just go to sleep and you're happy you've had a conversation with people and it's beautiful. So I'm so excited to be here tonight to be talking to all of you, and it's so good to see all of you. And Bonnie Dean, thank you so much for coming around. Newest mom, it's so good to see you here. Thank you, everybody. Okay, let me call your names. Jacqueline Conyers, Nicole Perrine. Hot stuff, I see you. Hot stuff saying congratulations, Bunny, on your bundle of joy. Patricia said we gave kisses. We didn't know about that. Oh, okay. Okay. How nice of her. Give me her. What's that? Maybe Jackson said congratulations. Candice also said congratulations. Jamos Finance said congratulations, Bonnie. Vanessa Harris said congratulations on Bundle of Joy. Vivian Abiedu said congratulations, Bonnie. Patricia, congratulations. Oh, look at plenty congratulations. I wasn't even looking. Paul Martin, congratulations. Jackie, Oh, sexy for say, Bonnie looks so beautiful today. Beautiful, huh? That's so great. Thank you so much. Vanessa say hi, Bonnie. Candy say hi. They were saying hi. We didn't even see all these messages. So thank you all so much, Vanessa Harris, Mary Jackson, Patricia, Pam Martin, all of you, Mama Cheryl. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Gwen Mills, look at my Gwen Mills. So hey, and Lista. All of you, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Bunny, kisses to the baby and to this old mama, Gabby. Kisses to her. Thank you so much. Until we'll come again, we'll be doing this once in a while. Sometimes.
Gabby,
You say what?
Gabby.
All right, bye, everybody. Once in a while, we will do this. Without a doubt, we will do this. We'll talk about this. And Bonnie, Bonnie,
Uh-huh.
I think we should talk about. I want to be nasty now. We should talk about sex next time. What do you think? Huh? Bonnie,
Fucking kid.
please leave her alone.
No,
She
she
wants to
mad
move
'cause
on with her life. Let
yeah.
her move on with her life now. I'm asking you a question, Bonnie.
I said me being that. What did you just do to my phone?
What? Nothing. I'm asking
No,
you a question. You haven't answered my question, Bonnie.
look at my background, girl. I don't even know what she
That's
just.
from you. That's from you, not me. I'm asking you a question. Don't shy away from my question. Now answer me. Bonnie, what are you doing? All right, I gotta go. Bye bye, everybody. See you all. We will be talking about that nasty thing that I just said. That nasty thing where I just talked about.
I
But
got.
did you hear what I said, Bonnie? Did you hear what I just said?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I said the last time that I got pregnant. I mean the last time that I got nasty, I got pregnant. So I don't be need.
Uh, you will be nasty again now. It means each time you get nasty, you get pregnant. Is that what it
Girl,
means?
girl, that nigga know to stay off of me.
Bonnie, bye bye. This is a discussion for another. This is a topic for another day. So reserve it. Just keep it. I like
Hey,
the
if
way
we
it's
have a
going.
conversation
I'm
about
loving
nasty
the way it's
stuff,
going now. So
if we have a grown
bye.
woman
Bye
conversation,
bye,
y'all
Bonnie.
gonna join the line? For real, let me know. If we gonna have a conversation about how to please your man, cause you know how to please mine. Hey, listen, if y'all wanna have that
Why is the
conversation,
live not going off now? What's going on? Your stream will stop immediately. You and your guests no longer be like, oh, Bonnie, please. They said the live stream, like you have to go off before I can stop the live stream. So please, can you just go?
I'm
Carry
trying to
carry your
about
nasty talk.
real quick. If
Huh?
we get we talk if we have a nasty ass conversation about how
Yeah.
to end, then y'all want to have that conversation, a ladies'
Yeah.
conversation. That's what I want to know.
Bonnie, why do I have a feeling that just Bonnie, why do I have a feelings that just talking about sex will put you in the mood? Because right now your face is changing, your eyes is changing,
Bro,
like you're just
me even teaching people about that. I'm about to have people that's 65 years old getting pregnant around this motherfucker.
get
And I'm
pregnant
gonna be the
again.
one. I'm gonna be the
Bonnie,
one
can you please just go off the live? I've been trying to turn off the live and it's just not going off unless you go off from your end, please.
Okay, I'm about to get
Okay?
off. All right, y'all. Love y'all, ladies. Have a good night.
All right. Thank you so much. The next is going to be a cracker.
Girl, Go to hell. Love you,
Can
Angel.
somebody just boy me out of this place? Can somebody just take her out of where is
I
your
love
husband?
you, Angel.
I love you too. Yeah, bye bye. They go now. Which kind what best is this one? Hey God. All right, my people. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye 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 bye. Mwah. I love you all. I love you. It's your girl Angel. I remain your humble angel. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Bye. Yeah, that was fun. It's still not going off, right? Why? That means I'll just sit down here and be looking. The live stream is just not going off. Why? Which kind of wahala be this one? Okay, I think I